Okay. Thank you so much. You're welcome.
I got a next one. Oh. Last one, guys. It's got to go.
Ready? Yeah.
It's the best. 1, 2, 3. That would be good.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Are you guys even old enough to know what these are? I was going to say.
Corey Taylor here at a speaking engagement at the Oxford Union. Yes, I know. Snicker, snicker. Yes, me at the Oxford Union. There you go.
What's the speech going to be about today?
The speech I have planned is really kind of a realistic take on, whether to go for the things you love or go for the things you're good at. And 9 times out of 10 mean the other, but not so much the other way around. You can try to do the things you love and not be good at it at all and spend your life in perpetual frustration. However, if you flip that and you go with what you're good at, you can develop that love and develop that passion for it, and that leads to drive. That begets a career, basically. So it's me basically kind of letting the students know that it makes more sense to pursue something you're good at than to go for something you love. And how are you feeling? You absolutely cacking your pants? I would be. I'm getting a little nervous, a little like, this is the first time I've done anything like this, so I'm I'm very anxious. I'm a little nervous, but it's me. I apparently have no dry well when it comes to things to say, and I'm fairly certain I can be loquacious enough to go on for 45 minutes about whatever. Plus, when in doubt, just go for the fart jokes.
You're going to share the stage with some absolute eminent historical people. Can you name a few people that have done this before you?
Well, I don't mean to brag or anything. I don't want to, drop too many names, but this illustrious lineup includes Kermit the Frog, Ronald Reagan. I'm sure he didn't remember doing it or anything, but more realistically, everyone from Martin Sheen to Courtney Love have done this, and I'm very honored, very humbled to be included on a list like that. I wish I could have been here for the Martin Sheen one. That would have been fantastic. He's one of those guys that I love his work. I love the things that he's said and done over his career, and I would have loved to have been here for that.
Now you come from Des Moines, Iowa. Coming from there to probably speaking at the planet's most famous university.
Yeah.
What's that like, coming from such a background to this?
That's like it's basically like asking permission to hang out at the White House. For me anyway. Oxford University is there's a prestige here. There's a heritage. There's a legacy. There's history here. And being a history nut like myself, I'm just kind of walked in like, holy God. I mean, you can feel it here. It's very tangible, and I have the utmost respect for the university, obviously, and I just hope I do well. I hope I do a good job at this.
And who approached you, and how did you sort of decide to do this?
Apparently they've been requesting me for a few years, which, I didn't know about until a couple of years ago. And unfortunately the schedule, my frenetic work schedule just is not allowed for me to be able to do it. But, this year, Kismet, everything aligned. I was pretty stoked, to be able to come down here and do this. So, let's just hope I don't fuck it up, really. Well, that's my take on being here at the Oxford Union. I need a quick piss, a quick smoke, and probably check my shorts about 4 or 5 fucking times before I get this done. So, piss off, please. Thank you.
You
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for coming out here this evening to see Corey Taylor, who, as you all know, is the lead singer of Slipknot and Stone Sour. He started Stone Sour at the age of 19, and later, after being approached by the original band members at his night job, he joined Slipknot. Since then, his words have helped carry Slipknot and Stone Sour to multi-platinum status, something that solidifies him as one of hard rock's most important singers. Slipknot's 4 albums have sold over 14 million copies worldwide, and their last release, All Hope Is Good, went to #1 in 5 countries. In 2002, Corey resurrected Stone Sour with the band's self-titled debut and subsequent worldwide tour, propelling the band into international fame. Corey has prepped his literary debut 7 Deadly Sins, which is a very personal take on what it means to sin, and he would like to talk about passion and drive in his address this evening. Please join me in welcoming him here at the Oxford University.
This is ridiculous. First of all, thank you very much for having me. It's an honor and a privilege to be here. I wrote a speech and everything, so let's see. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I stand accused of a crime It's not for here. I'm sorry. For those of you who do not know who I am, my name's Corey Taylor. I'm extremely famous. I mean, really, just ridiculously famous. Seriously, very, very famous. I'd like to give you the definition of irony today. I'm 37, didn't graduate from high school. In fact, we kind of split ways very early on. Got my GED, and feel very qualified to be speaking here at the Oxford University to all of you with nothing but I don't even know where my GED is today, let's put it that way. Which, if I had a diploma, I wouldn't know where that was either. It'd probably be in my bathroom. So, there you go. When I was young, I wanted to be a history teacher. I was very passionate, still am, passionate about history and learning where we came from, understanding the energy that if you don't know your history, you're doomed to repeat it. And as I got older, though, I kind of realized that I wasn't going to be a history teacher. I had no patience. I used to have mock classes for my sister, who's 5 years younger than me. This 12-year-old kid trying to teach my 7-year-old sister about the Gettysburg Address, and her just kind of staring at me like this. I was like, it was 1863! Are you kidding me? And it was just bad from there on out. And no, go ahead and get that. It's all right. Fair enough. But as time went on, I just realized that I wasn't built for the school system. It wasn't that I wasn't learning, it was just that I wasn't the guy designed to do a ton of homework. I could learn, I knew all the answers to the questions, I knew all the answers in class, I knew all the answers during the test, but because I wasn't prepared to do an inordinate amount of homework, I was failing. So I learned that it just wasn't for me. And that's when I kind of took that turn and started working on music and started going with what I was good at and what I was naturally good at and what I had talent for. And that's kind of what I want to talk to you about today, is the fact that too many people try to follow what they love and not necessarily what they're good at. I see a lot of people who they spend their lives more interested in trying to do what they love and not admitting to themselves that they don't have a real talent for it, instead of taking the time to discover what they naturally have a talent for. And it seems to me that the easier way would to be to find out what you have a talent for and naturally go down that course. Because when you do that, invariably you find the love, you find the passion for what you want to do in life and what you're good at in life. Now, I had a 1,000,000 to 1 chance being in the music business and whatnot, you know, and it's easy for me to say now that, oh yeah, I knew I was going to make it, but there was no way I was going to give up on it because I knew I was good at it. And never mind the fame, never mind the money, I just knew that I got something out of doing it because I was good at it, because I had passion for it, and because I devoted my life to honing my skills to do it, cutting my teeth, you know, writing as many different songs as possible, getting up in front of 20 people and playing my heart out, and really learning what I wanted to do and how I wanted to do it. And because of that, and a little luck, some opportunities, when my time came, I embraced it, I grabbed it, and I ran with it. I went as far as I possibly could with it. And that's what I'm trying to tell you today. Some of you may be going for doctorates, degrees, and whatnot in law and medicine, and whatever it is you've chosen to study. But if you're not good at it, you're cutting yourself off at the knees. If you don't have the skills, if you don't have the talent for it, you're going to limit yourself. And you're not going to be able to give your whole self to it. It's as simple as figuring it out. It's as simple as taking the time to figure out what you're good at. And I know that's a very simple way to look at things. I know it's very pragmatic in this day and age to say, well, just figure it out, you know? Make your mistakes, figure it out. But I think too many people chase dreams that they don't understand. I think too many people try to go for things that they'd like to do, but they're not realistic enough to realize that they don't have the talent for it. And I know that I am putting myself out there for, you know, criticism and whatnot. Well, who's to say that you're good at it? Well, you're right. You're absolutely right. But that's not what it's about. I'm good at it because I enjoy what I do. I love what I do. Even if I didn't make any money at it, I would still do it. I can play music in front of 100,000 people, or I can play it in my fucking basement for myself. And that's the way people should approach things in life. They should approach it from the standpoint of, I'm good at this. I want to do this. And because I'm good at it, I'm going to get rewards that might not be visceral, they might not be monetary, they might not be anything other than self-fulfillment. But you're still achieving something.